Caitlyn Jenner uh, is officially running for governor of California. So it's. Let me explain something. So let me explain this. So Gavin Newsom is more than likely going to get recalled. What does that mean? Recalling someone, right, means that you're asking the people to recall them, like to make them be forced to, force them to face another election to basically get them out of office because you don't like the job they're doing, whatever it is, right? Now the right wing is forcing Gavin Newsom, and quite frankly, there are a lot of people on the left that are, but it's mainly Republicans in the state that are forcing Gavin Newsom to be recalled, to be forced to hold another, force another election to be held so that they can possibly get him out of office. Now, I have my reasons why I would sign that, okay, but I wouldn't sign the recall because it's from the right wing perspective. We hate that the pandemic's locked down and the state is in a pandemic, but I understand that, but we hate that it's locked down. Now, here's why I think Gavin Newsom is going to be recalled. Number one, he didn't just close all the smaller areas of California, like, banning Beaumont, San Isidro, Cerritos, Moreno Valley, all those places, all of them, and Eastern LA. He locked those down. What he didn't do was, excuse that if you heard that, it was weird. I don't know what the hell that was. But what he did do was leave Hollywood, Southern LA and San Francisco and Sacramento. All of those parts of the state were open. So the right wing was saying, "Oh my God, the crisis is getting worse. COVID cases are getting worse," and they were because he was leaving a lot of the portions of California which have the largest corporations. They house all the rich people. He was allowing them to stay open. And what happened? Well, the people that do live in the areas who are not rich were affected. Okay? And the other thing is, he wasn't ensuring healthcare for all. You still have every bridge in Los Angeles, every highway is taken up by the homeless. He never did a housing for all program. What he did do was he rented a bunch of hotel rooms from the state and then put homeless people in there temporarily, and then they were forced back out on the streets. That's why him and Eric Garcetti, the mayor of Los Angeles, are hated, because they didn't take care of the homeless problem. They just, left them there. Okay. He didn't do a Medicare for all system in California. So when you did, if and when you did get COVID in the state, and let's say you died, like your family died, or you survived it, but you got it, you didn't have a proper healthcare protocols to follow because, or just healthcare policy that would protect you. All of this in a Democratic majority state, okay? They got the House, they got the Senate, they got the gubernatorial seat, they got the Supreme Court, they got the local counties, they got the city councils, they got everything, and they still couldn't make it happen because they're ruled by corporatists. So, that's why I think he is getting recalled. Now, the right wing, oh my God, he's closing down the state. The main reason is that. Now, let's talk about Caitlyn Jenner. So, Caitlyn Jenner is deciding to run for governor of California. Now, I'm just going to say this. Caitlyn Jenner to me is Bruce Jenner. I'm not trying to be anti-trans or transphobic, but I mean, that's Bruce Jenner who was in the Olympics. Now, of course, she's Caitlyn Jenner, so let's just go with that. She was married to Kim Kardashian's mom, Kris Jenner, and that's when he was Bruce Jenner. And he essentially left the Keeping Up with the Kardashians show. He appears in it little by little. But he also, he basically, or she, I'm sorry, I get confused. She became a woman, and so now she's trans, and so here's a few problems that I have. Number one, when they did a news clip about it, I'm not going to share it, they said, oh, she's got no policies on her website. Well, then I'm automatically out. I'm out. I'm out of your camp because right wing or left wing, like you need to have the policies that you're gonna do. You need to believe in something. You can't just be like, I'm gonna run for office, but I don't believe in anything. Oh, you know what I mean? I don't believe in nothing. I'm just gonna run for office and that's it. But then, okay, well, you're running for office, but you're not saying anything that you're gonna do. So how do I know what you believe? How do I know what you're gonna change? What changes do you want to make to the state? What do you want to do that's different? But you're not offering anybody that. Now, look, if you came out, even if it's a right winger, if they came out and said, I'm for tax cuts for the rich, war in the Middle East, and making unfettered trade deals that benefit the upper class and not the middle class and the lower class of America. Okay, I hate all of your policies, but you have policies. You have policies I can agree with. So, like, okay, great. So, the fact that Caitlyn Jenner doesn't have any policies, just, it proves illegitimate. Like, she's an illegitimate candidate. Now, number two, I would be interested to see if Republicans are going to support her. Because, number one, she's trans. Republicans are transphobic people. The party itself doesn't agree with transgendered people. So, or just the whole issue of it, right? The whole sentiment. So, are Republicans, and here's the thing, she was pro-Trump until he did that transgender ban in the military, which Biden reversed. What if she starts leaning into that whole Trumpness, all the Trump crap? Build the wall, build the wall. Oh, there's my impression. Haven't done that in a long time on this channel or in general. But what tax cuts? Immigrants are bad. This and this and that. Meanwhile, her kids are descendants of immigrants. But anyway, well, some of them. The stepkids, but Chloe, Kim, Robert. So Rob Kardashian. But okay, so is she gonna lean into it? Because then I would love to see what Republicans in California are gonna do. Are they gonna be like, no, because you're trans, or are they gonna be like, oh no, man, I gotta vote for her. That's what I gotta do because she's Republican. But she's transphobic. She's transgender. I don't care, but she's Republican. I want Gavin Newsom out. How desperate are they to get him out? Would they vote for Caitlyn Jenner? I don't know. Now, another thing is this. I hate her values because she's like, oh, I'm transgender, but I hate gay people. You're transgender. You qualify like that. Way to go with the solidarity in the LGBTQ community. I support the LGBTQ community, except gay people and trans or lesbians or queer. Well, that's not what it's about. And I love that so she's okay with 1 out of 5. So she's against the L, the G, and the B and the Q, but she's okay with the T. But other trans groups are like, we don't support her because we don't support her policies. And I think that's a good thing. That's right. Good job. Because, number one, you got to be pro-gay, and those trans groups are, but also a lot of them are left-leaning. So she doesn't have that support. Now, and so I agree with that because a lot of people focus on identity. I'm gay, you're gay, let's support you. And this is one of the first times I've ever seen where it's like, okay, just because you're gay, just because you're trans, doesn't mean I'm going to support you. And look, I would love a trans person in office. And there have been some that have won. Just if they agree with Medicare for all, Green New Deal, jobs for all, housing for all, college for all, forgiving student debt, forgiving medical debt. If they're for all of those policies, ending the wars, okay, fine. I would love that. But if you're this person, of course not. And I'm glad these trans groups see that. Now, another thing is, she has a 0.001% chance of winning. I don't know why the hell she's doing this. I don't know why maybe it's because like she knows I've got money, I've got power, and I want to get more wealthy. And maybe she's recording a show on behind the scenes, a documentary that could make her more money and give her more fame. And maybe that's why. But if she really, I would be curious to see if she really thinks she can win. I mean, she was using a Trump advisor, but I am very curious to see that. Does she think that she can actually win? Can she actually win? I don't know. right? Like I do know she's not going to win. She's not going to be governor of California again, right? So now look, she's in a deep blue state. So and that's the thing is that they say, oh, she's fiscally conservative but socially liberal. Please, like I said, she's anti-gay. She ain't socially liberal. And number two, fiscally conservative. Being fiscally conservative doesn't exist. All right, it doesn't exist because they're okay with ramping up the deficit, ramping up the debt. But then, oh, Democrats in power, deficit. Oh my God, right? So I don't know why she's doing it. And the last point, this is the point I want to drive home. Did you guys know she hit someone with a car? She hit someone with her car. And then she got away with it. And now she's walking around like, I'm going to be California governor. Woo! Oh, come. She literally got away with something. Suge Knight didn't get away with it. That was gruesome. He ran over the poor guy with his car. I mean, his bail was set at $25 million. But again, she hit people with her car and got away with it. How do you get away with hitting someone with your car? How? It boggles my mind that you can get away with hitting someone with your car. That alone should, you're a criminal. That should be enough for people to go, oh my God, no, she should not be governor. Not be governor. Oh my God. But hey, you know what? That's what money and power gets you. You're white. You're wealthy. You have power. What? Brad? You have money and power and fame and wealth. Okay. And influence. We're not going to send you to jail. But again, I think had she been black or brown or something, you know that lady will be in jail. But this race is very weird, and it's about to get a lot more.